a game, Quinn, I mean, he's put into position. He's playing Puck, one of the most OP mids of the game right now. And
the battle begins.
Also after kind of what was a rough game 2 for him. So, and I also think this is like not a free Puck game, but a game where he can set up a lot of kills, like the immediate response to them. So,
you can definitely go ham. You can also win the rune battles versus Dawn with Orb.
Yeah, it's true.
So this is a game where he, in theory, can get pretty reliable power runes.
I like it always comes back to runes for you with Quinn.
I mean, they're really strong, and especially on a hero like Puck. If you're looking for this Puck to build the tempo for this game and kind of put Quincy in a good position going into that 15-minute mark, power runes are the best way to give him the chance to do that. Right? That's why I think about it.
Yeah.
And Quinn's a player who likes to do those things, so it's also very useful for him. It's not that he always needs them, but he's a player that will take advantage of them a lot more than maybe other mids that are farm heavy. So that's why I think about it, you know? Power runes are called power runes for a reason, Cap. They're not called
weak runes.
Wilting runes, you know?
Oh, what?
I say that and what?
I mean, the level 1 interaction went really poorly for Quinn. He was trying to get the range creep, and he got hammered and took a ton of damage off of it, but I did not expect an early first blood. Bryle. I mean, he's shown up today in this series, I feel like.
And this is the abuse you can do to Puck, right? You have huge base damage advantage, huge armor advantage. Puck has 1 armor. These physical heroes destroy him in the early waves. This is the downside of this hero, and Bryle is taking him to town, man. Already to a ring of health. He's hooking creeps.
Yep, that's the bonus farm that a PUDGE gets, whether it's mid lane or carry. You're just able to go into the jungle, whether it's rot flesh heap on a stack or it's individual hooks for hard camp creeps. You're always gonna have that like little extra experience bonus.
Or pulls. This Lifestealer is going to have some catching up to do. That's for sure. And this Furion is, he's got an early 6 of his own. So now you have Furion ult up, you have Dawn ult up. A lot of global presence already online. And Moonmeander, he's done messing around.
A rundown that's also going to put some damage onto Yawar, kick him out of lane and kill his support. Well, maybe he could still stick around. He's almost, well, he's 5.5. So there's actually going to be a decent amount of damage done to this tier 2 this early.
The power. So they lost some snowball potential there too. So this is going to be a scary game for Quincy. They're going to have to make it up in this mid game here.
Vada caught again. TSM FTX just relentless on the pressure. Moon Meander leading the charge, killing the enemy captain over and over again.
Vada's having a rough one. There's no way around it. And Saberlight, he is Russian Orchid.
Item before he rotates, and now they're gonna go for it. Smoke rotation. MSS and Quinn together gonna run into Timado.
He was already TPing.
Yeah, he knows. Is it going to be enough to save Timado, though? The Flesh Heap has already been put onto cooldown. That is very awkward.
Boy,
they do have the Furion coming into play with the Vanguard, keeping him alive. The axes are going to come through, though. Quinn, got to be careful of the Dismember. It's coming up. Hook, hook, hook. Not going to be thrown just yet, and Timado will eventually get burned down. The Primal Roar to finish him off. Now Saberlight's going to be up next. He gets run down by Leslau. Moon Meander goes TP out off of the Spike Carapace, and there is no stuns to stop him. Even though TSM FTX seemed to know about that rotation, it still goes wrong. It seems like Quinn, with the Witchblade timing, don't like that.
Always some super high number, you know, that's what I would say. Well, Skyball like 8 centuries, guys. Killed this game.
Dubu. They were going to set up, and they might have been able to get the kill on Yawar, and they still might be able to, actually. He's going to infest inside of one of those Warpine Raiders, and Quinn comes in with 3-man quilt, 3-man silence as well with the double damage. He was able to finish up the Furion, gets enough space for Yawar to be able to get away. Now the Avalanche onto 2 as well, but Quinn has already taken so much damage from not just the Golem, but the Fatal Bonds as well. He's got to retreat. Despite the double damage, he is not able to get more.
I agree. I just wonder if the in-game, if it feels like pressure, you know, this Quincy. worry about this PUDGE farming as Laslau will bite the bullet.
Good setup.
Another dawdle.
Pretty heavy amount of resources committed to be able to get that pick off, but Beastmaster kills, I think, are pretty value to get. Kill the boars, his creep as
Anytime
well.
you take him out, you feel good.
Yeah.
The V-Ward.
They will manage to get it, and might be able to get MSS as well, but no, actually canceling that TP in. Now the Brow's here, though. Saberlight will complete it to be able to get the kill on the Tiny, and they can turn this with the Golem into a mid-tower. I don't think Quincy Crew can stop that.
Oh, that tower was always dead.
Yeah.
Just waiting to be collected. And now you got to think about this, Roshan. The price you pay for information. The greater treants, they do not care. They are greater than you, and they are greater than your buildings.
I can't believe they're still thinking about doing something after the rotations and the fact that this
Aegis
hero
gone.
has an Aegis. They're going to toss him back all the way back to Leslau. So really good position perhaps for this second life. Primal Roar going to be used on the Nyx assassin. Bailed out
Save.
by Timado with the hook, who's coming in with this Aghanim Scepter. This is a dangerous hero to be fighting into. And that's why Quinn and the rest of Quincy Crew are going to keep their distance. They managed to disengage. Nobody caught just yet. Quinn, silence, jump away. The hook is going to be coming in soon. Nature's Prophet's going to get the information. They've got the Orchid, self-yules, a phase shift to dodge some damage. Can he jump away? He's into the river. He's out. MSS is going to be left behind, though. Wanted to make sure that Quinn got out. He might have been able to do just that with the Avalanche, but cannot save his own life.
I think Timado wanted to hook him there, and it got blocked. A little miscommunication.
I have a feeling
Don't be
he's
interested.
not there yet, but...
They might be there with the double damage puck, though.
Yeah, the Moonmeander already down off of that Infest Bomb. Dubu, Coil, Yule Scepter is going to be able to stop him from TPing out. So they get both the support. It's a good start for Quincy Crew as they try and reassert some map control against this Nature's Prophet.
Rax?
Whoa, they did. Holy shit, they did.
So that's not great. And
Oh, no.
that's why this Furion hero is really strong right now. Because these treants, I'm gonna just say it, they fuck shit up, Cap. They really
Yeah.
do. There's
Yeah,
no
they do.
other phrase that encapsulates it. These things are insane.
Moonmeander, Dubu, and Timado moving around a three-man smoke. They've got two different global heroes, so this is effectively a five-man gank. A toss over onto the Warlock to start things off. A hook gets him back into position, but Yuar is right next to him. Golem goes out. Now a grab from Timado onto this Lifestealer. The backline is being interrupted as well. They've got the Rage already done for. Yuar needs to be able to
Yuar
jump
is
away.
getting
The Infest in
chunked.
1 more second, and he can't get it. 1 second off from being able to get away. The puck does a ton of damage.
What an
Nice
impale.
impale. A two-man impale onto the two supports of Quincy Crew. It feels like Quinn was the only one able to throw some spells around in that fight.
He might get... Ooh, he's thinking about the teleport. He was out of mana here. Saberlight's looking.
Hops down. Saberlight not going to be able to guess correctly. I'm not sure if Quinn saw him TPing in, but either way, the Pudge is such a time killer for a Lifestealer.
He's a pretty big bait. There's a lot of damage that can come out from the rest of this TSM lineup, so you have to think about how long it's going to take you to commit on him. As Moon,
not able to get the Blink
Aggressiveness.
Impale. It is going to be caught. Oh, the hook back, but it hits Yuar instead. Yuar pulled into Dismember underneath the tier 2, and he is going to be slowed down. He doesn't have an Infest to be able to get out of here. He can't get out. A 4-man spawn on top of that one, so not only is Yuar dead, but everybody trying to get out of this team fight is taking a ton of damage as well. MSS, nice blink backwards into the trees, does complete his TP. Leslau does not get caught. No blind hook. And Quinn sitting safely in the trees. That hook, though, catching Yuar. What a disaster for Quincy Crew. Twice now
oh,
for
it's
Yuar.
unlucky.
Yeah.
Looking at Moon.
Yeah, they're going to try and burst him down. They're once again going for the toss into the silence. This time around, though, Timado was ready to go with the response. Does manage to get the hook
Carapace off.
onto the Tiny. They kill the support. MSS is going to be left behind, so 1-for-1 trade out so far. But Yuar, he's going to
still
infest
alive.
to get out of here, and the Dawnbreaker is going to be able to blow up that creep super quickly. Look at Quinn. He tried to go for Saberlight, but Saberlight popped the BKB, turned around, beat some ass. Yuar, he's going to have maybe his own problems as Bryle just comes in. One shot. Oh, and Timado nails the hook, too. Just the cherry on top of back-to-back-to-back team fight wins for TSM FDX. They are going to wipe Quincy Crew, except for Leslau.
And a gem. Off the top.
Oh, never mind. They caught Leslau too. There was still this ward sitting here from earlier, so.
Yeah, that's a good ward. Doing a lot of work. That's what that gem was trying to do, get rid of the vision control and the Nyx so that they could actually play the map. Now it's getting into very difficult territory here.
TSM FTX, I mean, with EG not in this qualifier at all, they took themselves out. It does mean that TSM FTX are going to be able to regain their seat on the throne, at least temporarily, if they can manage to complete this series. Once again, feel like the top dogs of North America and head to a grand finals if they could just close out this game 3, which it looks like a pretty simple task to me, especially with the racks down and Nature's Prophet to your favor, but don't want to put Quincy Crew out of contention just yet.
I think if they convert on this Roshan, it's got to be a 90% win probability. I don't see Quincy fighting into an Aegis. Like, their lineup's just not designed to deal with that many lives. They have to be able to burst a target and take the numbers advantage. Well, the guy sitting there with Aegis, you know, it's pretty hard. Just too much HP to burn through for this puck. He's going to get caught at some point. This Lifestealer is having a hard time fighting without Rage Up, and is having a hard time fighting with Rage Up, to be honest.
Yeah.
PUDGE matchup did not look that great for him when the PUDGE is ahead. He just sits there and eats him, and then what's up? And I think Quincy know that they give this Roshitz the game. I think this is the only call to make. They are too late.
So an Aegis already picked up for the PUDGE. Looks like he also ate the Shard, as I don't think you would buy that on a carry PUDGE, so.
It's a decent Shard this game too, to be honest. Again, the single target burst focus from Quincy. If you eat the guy they go on, that just feels like the fight's over almost.
Double damage found. Quincy Crew gonna hole up inside of their base. Now, Saberlight is gonna keep up this little cheeky play.
Man, this stuff is so annoying, man.
Yeah, just a bit.
The mental pressure that these treants provide.
Timado. Yeah, managed to get the D ward. There's still the Hawk sitting on the high ground here. Quinn's gonna try and push out. Do what he can. It's a dangerous play, though, against this Orchid. He's gonna have to sell fuels to get it off. And then phase shift, and he's going to have to silence his own way over the side. The blink wasn't up just yet. Jumps away to the orb. He'll be okay. Mid lane, though. Golem dropped. Yawar doesn't get by that, but he gets hit by the Starbreaker instead. Yawar have another infest. Once again, he is just left behind by his team. Has nothing to be able to do. Bryle almost dies there. It actually gets saved by Timado. He's inside of the PUDGE. And as you said, once you get that one save, especially if it's on a core, it feels like the fight is over. Quinn does manage to get the kill on a Moon Meander, but then he comes back down to his own death. Votto barely gets away from a hook, but with 2 down, no buyback. That is going to be Megas.
Oh, well, damage Dawn shredding that backline with the blink.
Yeah.
Somehow lives through all of it, gets eaten, like you said. Saved. That's going to be the game. Man, these Furion lineups, man, you lose like 1 or 2 fights, just feels like it's just too hard to find another one. He just forces you to split up. I mean, even that fight on the enemy outpost